For a whole month, I've been hearing the same sentence coming from my neighbor's house every single night. It's always around 10 o'clock, like clockwork. Don't, please! It's a woman's voice, filled with a kind of desperate pleading that sends a shiver down my spine. My neighbor is this middle-aged guy, Mr. Henderson. He seems nice enough. Always gives a polite nod when we pass in the hallway. Lives alone, keeps to himself. But that nightly plea, it paints a very different, very dark picture. What could possibly be happening in there? My mind raced through all the worst-case scenarios. I felt this heavy weight of responsibility. Should I call the police? What if I'm wrong? What if I make things worse for her? So I decided to do a little investigating first. I started paying closer attention. During the day, I'd listen for any sounds of an argument, any signs of distress, but there was nothing, just silence. It was bizarre. The building was old, with thin walls, so I could usually hear snippets of conversations or the TV from other apartments. But from Mr. Henderson's place, total silence, except for that one sentence at night. One evening, I couldn't take the suspense anymore. I had to know what was going on. My heart was pounding in my chest as I walked over to his door, right around 9:58 p.m. I didn't knock. I just stood there, holding my breath, listening. The seconds ticked by, feeling like hours. Then, right on cue, I heard it. Don't, please. But this time, being so close, I heard something else right after it. A soft, gentle cooing sound, and then a happy little squeal. My curiosity got the better of me. I tiptoed over to his window, the one that faces the shared balcony, and peered through a tiny gap in the curtains. The living room was dimly lit by a single lamp, and there was Mr. Henderson, on his knees on the floor. He wasn't with a person. He was with a tiny, fluffy orange kitten. He was holding a little toy mouse, dangling it just out of the kitten's reach. The kitten was crouched, wiggling its little backside, ready to pounce. And as Mr. Henderson slowly pulled the toy away, he said it, in a soft, playful, high-pitched voice. Don't, please, don't get my mousey. And then the kitten would leap, tackling the toy with all its might, and Mr. Henderson would laugh and scoop the little furball up for a cuddle. I backed away from the window, a huge, goofy grin spreading across my face. I felt so relieved, and honestly, a little foolish. All my dark, terrifying theories. And it was just a man playing with his new kitten. It turns out, Mr. Henderson had recently adopted the kitten from a shelter after his wife passed away last year. He was lonely, and this little creature brought him so much joy. The next day, I accidentally bumped into him in the hallway. I mentioned I was thinking of getting a cat and asked if he had any advice. His face lit up. He invited me in to meet his little terror, whose name is Ginger. We ended up talking for over an hour about cats, life, and everything in between. He's actually a really sweet, funny guy. So, the moral of the story. Sometimes, the things that seem the scariest are anything but. And maybe, just maybe, we should try talking to our neighbors more often. You never know what wonderful friendships you might be missing out on. What do you guys think? Have you ever completely misjudged a situation with a neighbor? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories.